want me to come and I'll bring the canoe back for you, or the boat back for you.
Okay.
I told you this would be an experience worth recording.
I got to take a picture of you guys about halfway out and send it to my son-in-law.
Hey, this is YouTube gold, Natalie. Wave.
Especially when they capsize. Not.
For the love of God, paddle hard. Stroke.
Everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping with Natalie, or welcome to if you are new. Today's video is wild. I don't even know what I got myself into. They're not even paying attention. We're in the middle of Centennial Park, I believe is what it's called, in Nashville. And I believe we're about 2 miles from the center of Nashville. And I'm not used to this. There's people everywhere. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, we're here with John Ratcliffe, I believe is how you pronounce the last name. And
Yes, you got it right.
okay, good. There's how many hives here? 5?
We got 5 hives out here.
We're in literally the middle of a lake, or not a lake, a pond
It's a man-made body of water.
Okay.
Pond, lake, yeah.
that has 5 hives on it. For what reason? I have no idea.
Because it's here.
Yeah, because it's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique thing. I mean, we've how many years have we actually been out here, guys?
We've been out here
Almost
almost 10 years.
10 years?
10 years we've had hives out here.
Real good cat brood, uncapped brood, so we've still got good queen activity here.
I'm sure you probably can't hear, but just talking about the cat brood and just all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, why don't we jump
can.
right in? Yeah,
Okay.
we can talk lakeside. I got it. Check it out. You gonna be able to find the queen on this one?
No.
See, Nashville Area Beekeeping Association.
Oh, okay.
There we go. They're actually really well behaved. I can't see anymore with the veil on, but yeah, that's lots of eggs in there.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we literally got over here on a boat. This lovely boat right here. I'm going to include all those nice clips, especially of you, Mom. You know, beekeeping is, you never know what's going to happen, and not only in the hive, but just with beekeepers. So, I don't know, would you mind showing that beetle trap again when you get a second?
What? The beetle trap, the beetles in it.
It was just something that I noticed. I know people talk about beetles a lot, especially this time of year, and ask about beetle trapping. I've never done anything like that, so I figured I would just show you what that looks like on this beetle trap because they're using it and it looks like it worked. So we're treating with Apagard today on these hives. I believe this is the second, something like that maybe, round of treatment.
Is this the 3rd or 4th round, guys? Round 3.
Round 3 of Apagard.
A week apart?
Yep.
A week apart.
So this beetle trap is doing its job, catching all those beetles.
Where do you get these?
Man, like,
Man, like that's what I thought. Okay.
they cost about $1 a piece. Occupational hazard out here, goose feather.
So I believe today we're just going to kind of go through and check it out, see what it's looking like. It's more about the experience for me, just seeing what's going on. This morning we went to school and I did some talks there and just talked to people my age, which was fun and cool, and I think there's maybe some video clips of that. Then tomorrow's the actual bee club, I believe, so we'll have some videos on that also, but it's just a fun Nashville trip and I'm really thankful for these fun opportunities that we get to go and just view Nashville. We've had an amazing day already and we got here last night, so I'm just thankful to be here and kind of watch to see what's going on and just the way that people beekeep differently. I think the seasons in Nashville or around this area is about, I usually say this because I go off of Cayman's videos, usually they're about like 2 weeks ahead of us. So whatever's happening here is probably going to happen to us in about 2 weeks. It's a little different, but it's just cool to go to a place that's kind of like ahead of time for you and see what's going to be happening for your area in a couple of weeks. Looks like they're working pretty fast, so. Basically, they've got like a little spot behind you, Mom. I don't know if you need to show that, but just kind of like a spot of a bin that has a bunch of equipment in it and just their area, and we're literally in the middle of just like a park, which is just crazy. So. I'm really just along for the ride, just seeing what's going on and filming it for YouTube because it's fun. But yeah, anyways, I think we'll just kind of go through it a little bit and see what it looks like here, get some funny clips. That's kind of the point of today's video, is getting clips of somebody falling or whatever happens. So I'm just gonna keep watching here. All right, so these are the two guys behind the whole operation, I guess.
Oh, we're not the only ones. But he's the main one.
Yeah, he's the brains and I'm the old guy.
The Brian.
Okay, just all of this in general, and I just kind of want to know what it's like to bring all your equipment out on a boat.
It is a total pain in the butt. Because you forget something every time, and then
Yeah.
you say, oh. One day we came out here and we saw one hive getting ready to swarm. We didn't have a double screen.
Sure.
So we had to paddle back, get in the car, go to the house, get a double screen, come back out, paddle out. It's
Sounds
a
like fun.
royal pain, and it's a lot easier to walk to your truck and get what
Yeah.
you need.
Now I appreciate that after seeing this. So then you guys are kind of talking about the honey and everything. So like, what all do you do with that and selling it after you get the honey?
We harvest it and put it in half-pound bottles, and we sell it to Centennial Park Conservancy, and they put it in their shop in the Parthenon here and sell it for about twice what they pay us for it. Exorbitant prices, but they get it, and so we make enough money to support our, everything we do out here.
Sure, yeah.
And so,
My foundation and thymol and
Yeah.
oxalic acid and
all our supplies and everything. So we
Yeah.
more than make up for that, I think.
Yeah.
it makes money for the Nashville Area Beekeepers Association.
Sure, yeah.
It's-
And so that goes for education. We do
Yeah.
a lot of projects. We go to shows like the Home and Garden Show, or we used to go to the State Fair, and then they moved it to Lebanon. But they had it here, and we'd have
Yeah.
a booth there. And so the booth costs something, and it costs
Yeah.
us for the materials to do the displays and
They
all
have
that.
an Earth Day celebration here on the park every
Okay.
year, and we have a tent there and
Oh, okay.
get an observation hive. And
There's
You both have hives. So you're talking about, like, we asked you how long you all have been beekeeping. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that. How many years?
I've been about
happened?
10 years. What got me started is my daughter works for Warner Park, which is a huge park outside of Nashville. It's in the city limits now, but it used to be way out. But they've got about 3,000 acres, better than 3,200 acres, I think.
Wow.
And so she worked at the nature center out there.
Okay.
And the girl they had some bees out there, a couple of hives, and the girl that maintained those left and left their employment. So they were looking for somebody. They appointed my daughter. So she wanted to go to some class. She said, "Dad, will you go to the class with me?" And all this. And
Sounds
so
like me.
So she got me involved, and so I
Well,
decided I wanted.
tell them about the hive, though. When we came out here, somebody had put a couple of hives out here. This was 10 years ago. And this woman just disappeared. And originally we had to take a kayak that was stored in an old bathroom, an abandoned bathroom over here. And we would paddle out here in a kayak and try to balance the bee stuff. And we finally told the park, if we're going to keep doing this, you got to get us access to a John boat.
Yeah.
And so finally they bought that little
Yeah.
boathouse. And but when we first got here, she didn't use inner covers.
Okay.
So when we went to take the outer cover off, all the boxes were propolized to the inner cover. So we picked up the inner cover.
Nice.
The whole thing came up. Larry had the same thing out at Werner. He had to use crowbars to get it apart.
Yeah,
geez.
we found a hive in an old barn out in the country, and
Yeah.
had a
Nice.
terrible situation. And it was
Yeah.
a mean hive. We took it in mass back to the park and put it there, and they made us move it out because it was so mean. The queen was.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about these hives today, and they seem really calm. Like, we didn't use really any smoke today.
That's
So,
right.
and you kind of talked about what kind of bees they were. I don't know if you want to mention that again.
Well,
Just
they're
normal.
some breed of Italian.
Yeah.
We have a local guy that's breeds queens now, really good queens, and he's a member of our club, and so when we buy queens, we buy from him.
And he
Those are
cultivates calm bees.
Yeah.
So we've been lucky out here. They've
Yeah.
not been very mean, even though it's
Yeah.
fall and
Yeah.
bees get a lot testier
Yeah, I
when
know.
there's honeybee. So we're treating for mites this time of year,
Yeah.
trying to get the bees as mite-free as possible for winter. So we're using the thymol.
Mm-hmm.
And the big danger in Tennessee, as it is in a lot of places, is the heat.
Yeah.
You can't use formic acid in this kind of weather.
Mhm.
And oxalic acid, you saw how much brood we had,
Yeah.
even in the top boxes. So oxalic acid paper wouldn't work. So
Yeah.
thymol's about all we can use right now. Now we'll treat with oxalic acid come winter. We'll
Yeah.
give them a couple of vapor treatments in the winter and try to, and then in the spring we'll test, and if need be, give them formic acid then.
Okay.
So
You said
we're-
you had tested this spring, though. What did that look like?
We had very low counts this
That's good.
spring. I think the isolation of this
Sure.
apiary probably helped.
Yeah.
We had such low counts we didn't need to treat this summer, and we just had 12 in this one, 12 per 300, which is 3.5,
Yeah.
just barely above threshold, but
Sure. Yeah.
treated
Sounds
anyway.
good. Yeah. What are some of your guys' like famous common flowers around this area?
Well,
'Cause we're from Missouri, so I don't know.
Yeah, the trees, the
Sure.
black locust
Yeah.
in the early spring, and the tulip poplar we get a lot.
Yeah.
And there's some cherry trees around and other fruit trees in the area that they get.
And weeds,
Yeah.
they're weeds that grow in the park here. Clover. There's some
Yeah.
Yeah,
clover.
the clover varies. One year you won't get any, probably.
Really?
But other years you get a lot of
Yeah.
clover honey.
What was this year like?
Not much.
Really?
Not much clover.
Not much clover,
Hmm.
but we had really good honey flow.
Did you? Okay.
That's what this one was. This one was really rolled up, and the entrances are on. I don't think the entrances are on the back. Yeah, let's see if they put money in it. But last time we looked, and these are the meat ones too. So
Okay. If I have to bring a jacket on.
that's fine. So they get rolled up.
It's just a cluster of bees, and there's just one queen in the middle of it typically. Sometimes there's more than one queen, but usually it's just one. And basically, they'll go pretty much anywhere. So they can be on the outside of the house, or on a car, or wherever it is, like literally anywhere that's just outside. Sometimes they'll go inside spaces too. We had some friends that knew that we wanted to get into beekeeping, and it just happened that they ended up getting a swarm on their truck hitch, actually. So we had a few things of equipment, so we went ahead and went over there, and we collected a swarm from them, put it in a box and everything. They didn't make it, of course, and I don't even know if they made it that week. Probably not. So we're ending the night at the Grand Ole Opry, which I'm really excited about. We actually just got out of there, and it was amazing. We had such a great time. I was able to do this trip with my parents, and I just want to say a big thank you to John and everybody from the club that was there, just helping us out and making it possible for us to be here tonight and have these really cool opportunities while I'm 16, being able to do stuff like this. So I really just appreciate it in general. We were able to see a lot of really cool people tonight, and just the last couple of days have been so much fun. We've laughed so much to the point where like we can't breathe, and it's just always a really good opportunity. I've learned so much. I was able to teach a few other people about beekeeping and kind of give my information on that. And it was just a good time all around. So this video might be a little bit of a mess, but we just took clips whenever we could, and we're just gonna post that and see how it goes. But again, I just wanna say thanks to everybody for letting this happen, or else we wouldn't be able to do this or be here tonight. And I think I'm starting to realize that Nashville is one of my favorite places. I love Nashville. My parents, not so much because of the traffic, which I understand, but Nashville's a really cool place, and I hope that we can definitely come back here. And for anybody wondering, Cayman didn't show up, so thanks, Cayman. No, actually, I'm gonna probably text him about that tonight. But anyways, I think that's about it. So thanks for watching today's video. Follow along more bee adventures, and be here next time on Beekeeping with Natalie.